So, have some great Malkin's moments for you. First, Willie O'Ree, who was a Boston Bruin for 2 seasons in 1957 and 1958. That season, then 1960, 1961, had his number 22 jersey retired by the Bruins last night at TD Garden. He was the first black player to appear in an NHL game. He broke the barrier, the white barrier in 1958. Really, the NHL's color barrier in 1958, January 18th. Wow, nearly on the day. It was yesterday. Today's the 19th. It was a game between the Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. He played 45 games in the NHL. Again, those 2 seasons, 57, 58, 60, 61. And the thing about him was he played with a certain amount of flair. Now, granted, I wasn't alive to see it, but from what I read, his trademark was the fedora. Now, I can tell you from firsthand, anytime you're able to pull off a fedora successfully, you've got a bit of style and a bit of panache, because that is hard to pull off. And he was known for doing that. And he is the 12th Bruins player to have his number retired, and he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2018. He's obviously been an incredible ambassador of the sport, and he's officially served as the diversity ambassador of the NHL, or one of them in the NHL. And he kind of is from New Brunswick, so in Canada. I think it's Fredericton is the specific city, I believe, that he's from. So it kind of serves as a nice gateway between Canada and the U.S., obviously, but he's been serving as a diversity ambassador of the NHL the past few decades. And to honor him, really, the city of Boston celebrated him yesterday. They dedicated January 18th as the Willie O'Ree Day. So you had Fenway Park, Gillette Stadium, and City Hall were all lit up in gold yesterday to honor him. Other arenas around the NHL lit up those colors on their Jumbotron. So big shout out to him on getting his jersey retired. Obviously broke the NHL's color barrier. So major shout out to Willie O'Ree. Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski really is how they pronounce it, but I don't have the thick accent. Was the FIFA men's, the best FIFA men's player of 2021. He edged out Lionel Messi and Mo Salah. And it's interesting because he obviously missed out on the Ballon d'Or award. He finished just behind Lionel Messi. We overlook Lewandowski because Messi gets all the shine and Ronaldo gets all the shine and Mbappe and Neymar and all these guys. And yet what Lewandowski has been doing since he's been a part of Bayern Munich is spectacular. He's had one of the best stretches ever. It's his 2nd straight FIFA Player of the Year honor for Lewandowski. He scored 23 goals in 19 Bundesliga games, matches this season to lead all players in the top 5 leagues. So you're talking about also the Premier League and La Liga, all the top 5 leagues, Serie 1, the Italian league. So he scored the most goals in those 19 matches. And the 33-year-old, he set a Bundesliga record scoring 41 goals last season. He broke Gerd Muller's record for 40 in 1971 and 1972. He helped Bayern Munich capture their 9th straight league title, Bundesliga title, as well as the FIFA Club World Cup. They won the Champions League in 2020, which is the ultimate kind of coronation of the best club in the world when you're facing the most elite clubs in a Champions League. That's why it's called that. And the team has finished first in the Bundesliga in all 7 years with Lewandowski on the roster, and they currently sit atop the rankings this year as well. So major shout out and congratulations to him. Couple more. The San Jose Sharks, their forward, Timo Meier, set a franchise record for 5 goals in a win a couple of days ago against the LA Kings. The Sharks won 6-2. Here's the thing. So not only did he become the first player ever in Sharks history to score 5 goals in a game, he scored those 5 goals in the first 2 periods. He still had another 20-minute period to go, and he already achieved and accomplished that feat. So the last player to have ever scored 5 goals in the first 2 periods of an NHL game was Peter Bondra for the Washington Capitals in 1994. It's rarely happened. It seldom happens. And major shout out to Meier. I was watching those highlights. They weren't just like easy breakaway one-on-ones with the goalkeepers or penalty shootouts. No, they were through traffic, behind, flicking from behind with his stick, just some slap shots. It was really, really nicely done. He did a great job. Shout out to him. And finally, shout out to the LA Rams collecting their first win at SoFi. Obviously, it was the first time they've been in the postseason where they could play a game at SoFi. They were a wild card team last year, so they had to play all their games on the road. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-11, but here is why they have reached Malkin's moments this week. David Long on defense recorded a 3-yard pick six of Kyler Murray to end up giving the Rams a 21-0 lead at halftime. That 3-yard pick six is the shortest pick six in the NFL's postseason history. We've never seen a pick six from 3 yards out. Now we've got it thanks to David Long. And Odell Beckham Jr., also need to give a shout out to him. He became the first player in NFL postseason history to finish with a 30-yard reception and a 30-yard completion in the same game. He caught 4 passes for 54 yards and a touchdown, completed a 40-yard pass to Cam Akers, and it was a special performance. He received his first NFL postseason touchdown against the Cardinals, so shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. Well, that's all the time that I got for today. Thank you so much for joining me right here on Morning Joe every single Monday and Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 to 11 Central, and 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page, Morning Joe, J-O, with Jonah Malkin on YouTube, Jonah Malkin on Twitter, @morning_Joe, as well on Twitter, JMalk97 on Instagram, and Jonah Malkin on TikTok. Thank you so much. And as always, have a lovely rest of your morning.